today I saw a comment from somebody that was about how they feel like they would like to do like healing and stuff like that. And I know that can fit across other things, where maybe you like to do tarot readings, but you're afraid to like go out and do it for somebody specific, or you're activated as a Reiki person, but you're afraid to go out and get started. So in those instances, what I did in the beginning was where I got my Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 and my new Paradigm Master certificates. I also did practice at the studio. Like once a week we would have like a Reiki share. And I'm sure that there's other places that do these ideas where it's like, you know, practitioners come together. They call it like a Reiki share or a Reiki clinic or just something along those lines, or even just getting close to places that are doing those things can give you the confidence or the opportunity to practice, you know. And there's other places too that would be more than willing, I'm sure, to have you come and practice. You could start with friends and family if you're really nervous about it. If you have friends or family that you know are open to exploring this. And otherwise, going to places where people are all about it would probably help you, because they're going to understand. Everybody who's ever become a Reiki healer or a tarot reader or whatever has gone through that process of like feeling like awkward, or what if I don't do it right? And so that's, you know, why we go to the classes and learn. But then what we learn within the class, we want to practice. And like in Reiki 1, when we're talking about going out and practicing, we say to not just go like give everybody healing for free, because there should be an energy exchange with you. But if you're just practicing, you could have an energy exchange be something as simple as like, maybe you're going to give them a healing, they're going to give you a massage. You're going to give them a healing, they're going to give you a crystal. You're going to give them a healing, and they're like, I've had people give me a feather, man. Like, whatever. Not a big deal, especially when you're first starting out. And as you gain your confidence, that because you will, because it's not you. You're not the one that needs to feel like obligated. The energy is working through you, and your intuition is connected to the divine and the spirit. And spirit is going to communicate to you in a way that you understand, that is like maybe makes no sense to you in that moment, but it will make sense if you trust it and deliver it. Because when people come to us for like a healing or a reading, we don't know what's going on in their life. We don't know what's up with their body. In the beginning, when you first start out, you can ask people, you know, before you start healing with them, and be like, so is there anywhere specific that you want me to focus on? And that could help to give you clues. But I also like to just go free and then scan them and go where I'm guided to go. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm guided to go to somewhere that there's something going on with that person. And it blows my mind every time, you know, like it's still surprising to me, but it's because it's not me. I'm not the healer. Like, I'm the healer, but I'm not the healing. I'm not the energy. The energy is intelligent. It knows what to do regardless. So if you go somewhere and you set your intention to run energy to wherever it is needed for this person, it's gonna go there. And as you do it more and more and more, you'll become more attuned to the energy. Like when I scan somebody, I sometimes will feel like a block. It's not like my hand stops and it can't go through. There feels like there's a resistance there, or a dip, or that it's cooler or hotter. So I go there. When I just did the Reiki 1 class, I was like, I feel guided here. And come to find out, the person had something that they were going to be getting tested very soon. Like they had a bump in their stomach, and they needed work. Like they were going to be like, you know, looking into there and figuring out, what is that? Is it this, or is it this, or is it this? And so when I stopped there, they were like, oh my God, because they know that that's there, but I don't know that that's there. But spirit knows that that's there. The energy knows that that's there. And their energy field emits weirdness, you know, like it's like, oh, this is something different. So we go there. But I don't know that there's like this lump inside of her. But as time goes on, you may start to recognize, like, this feels like something's up here. Ask the person, and they probably will confirm. Like sometimes I'm drawn to start at people's feet, And it may not make sense to me in that moment, but when I start talking to them and they're like, I've been so scattered, and I'm like, I just can't remember anything, and my brain's all messed up, and I can't get anything done, and all of that type of stuff, that would make sense to be at their feet, grounding them, getting them back into the present moment, getting them back into their body. So these are the things that come about from it. But there's like old folks homes, there's hospitals, there's places you can go where you can practice, and I'm sure people would invite you in. Like my Reiki master used to go to like an elderly folks like community, and they have like a community room where she would do an event like once a month, and all of the people would come to sit in their chair and just get like a chair healing, where she would do their head and wherever she's guided to, and just, you know, introduce the energy. And in the hospitals, like when my mother was in the hospital, there was Reiki practitioners that worked for the hospital that would go into her room and do healing on her, but I'm sure they will be open to volunteers too. So it's up to you where you want to try, but you can also do it online too. Like there's whole YouTube channels and Instagram channels and TikToks where the people are just healers, and they set their intention for what that healing is all about. Like if you'd like to receive healing for this thing, anxiety, stress, manifestation, blocks of this, activation of that, your intention is the main thing, and then you put it out there. And a lot of times those ones grow very quickly. You know, you want to explore what other people are doing in that bracket. Like what are the people that are doing that are really seeming to get like a good amount of feedback and stuff like that. Like what questions are they asking people, what intentions are they working on, how long are their videos, you know, stuff like that. But in the beginning, you just got to get over the hump of worrying about what other people are going to say or think, and try to know that you're coming from a good place. And when people come from a good place, they attract good things and good people. If you're really like, you know, stressed out about it, I would just try to do some self-healing too, so that you can feel better about yourself and about like what's going on. And, you know, work on your solar plexus, work on your sacral where your relationships are, work on your heart, work on your speaking your truth, work on your third eye so that you can see more and trust more and know more with your crown. But yeah, like we'll talk more about all of this stuff. Maybe if I'm trying to think of like a way to like help people to practice. I was gonna do like a 21-day thing, because when I do the activation for Reiki 1, there's a thing, right, where it's like, okay, for 21 days you should do some self-healing. So I was thinking about doing a series of like 21-day self-healing, where every day we do something different for our self-healing. And I don't know if people would be interested in that. I think with 21 days we could go through all 7 of the chakras 3 times. So we could set different intentions for each one of the chakras for each day for 21 days, and help people to feel more confident about their healing energy, and get them used to the energy, get them used to feeling what's going on within themselves and around themselves, what triggers them, like how they feel when they do that practice, when they cut those cords, and when they're in that energy, so that they can continue to feel that energy grow and become stronger and all of that. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know. But hopefully this helps somebody. In Mane, namaste.